Hi guys, so this video might be totally random. I was just realizing I use this Shopbox pretty much every day now. I've had it for like 5 years. If I do find any links for it, then in the description box there'll possibly be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items through those links. So thank you guys so much for using those. Like I said, I'm not sure where it's available now. So the reason I'm making the video is because I've been struggling with it a little bit the last few weeks, and I don't think it has to do with the Shopbox. It has to do with my camera. But and then I realized, because I was like, well, maybe there's something wrong with it. Maybe I'm using a weird setting, or I'm not turning it on completely right. And I realized We Are Memory Keepers bought the Shopbox design. So the new Shopboxes from We Are Memory Keepers looks exactly the same, but it has a black top and a black base, which may be better. I think this thing sometimes puts too much light. A lot of my pictures recently have been coming out really dark, and I don't know, maybe I need to dim the room and then I have no idea. Something's going on, and it could be, like I said, you know, we're coming out of winter. It's a lot brighter in the room, plus the lighting. Something's funny been going on. But I do have it with this, obviously my window behind us. Maybe I need to close my window too. But, so I thought, well, this will be a good time to review it and let you guys know how it's been working, you know, 5 years in. I think I've had it for about 5 years. So it's not a setup video, but the setup is super easy, you guys. I know it's already pretty much set up, but this thing used to be an add-on. So now I think the We Are Memory Keepers one, it might be an add-on too, but it comes with it. This was called the Side Shot. I think they have the same name for it. Okay, I'm sorry about that. My daughter's teacher's Zoom froze, and then she's like, I don't know what to do. And I guess she kicked her right out of the meeting. So she's 6, so she came over here to find out about that. But anyway, all right. So these little things, like I said, were extras. I don't know if they're still extras. I have a feeling they probably are, you know. But as you can see, it has a USB, and then it plugs in the back. It's not rocket science to set this up. Like, there's just a plug to go into your power, and then the plug that goes in the back. And of course, I take pictures of things and I leave them on top. So that's what I'm dealing with right now. Like all these different projects I have sitting up here. So once it's all plugged in, once you plug this thing in, it'll turn on too. You can unplug this and not have that lighting, but let's turn it on. As you can see, it's super bright, and you can keep it lower and higher. This thing, if it's not plugged in, then you won't have that light. So let's just get rid of that for right now. I'm just going to put it to the side, let it do its own thing somewhere else. But there's that. And then again, that's as high as it gets there. And you can see the lights there. Oh, there's a good angle actually, because these things right here, and I forget about these sometimes when I want extra light, they're like little guards that, see how it's angling the light for you? You can see it real good right now because you can see that there's like a shadow in here. What's bright over here. So these are little guards that aren't here. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get rid of these guards because sometimes I don't want them. But they just magnetize. They're magnetized, so they just stick in here somewhere. If I have to get it in the right spot, but let's just put it there. And as you can see what it's doing to the light, it's kind of doing weird stuff. Oh, the other thing. So we have the knob on the very top, but we also have these here. So you can light one side, both sides, or just the other side, the right side. And it's kind of helpful when it depends on your lighting situation. I pretty much just shoot it with every light. I have everything on. I take that guard off, and I place this in here. And I'll show you how this is holding on. See, it has this weird thing, and then you can adjust this too. It has a lever or a thing here. You can move it up and down however you want. It does have these little expandable things. This is basically to put your cell phone here. I'm gonna put this back on here just so I can talk about it in a minute, or for a minute. If you have like an iPad Pro or like a larger iPad, even just like the bigger iPad, the camera's like on this corner. I'll grab my daughter's iPad so you can see it. And it weighs on this only on one side. So it'll hold it, but it's just really strained. So this is really, I would say for your phone or a smaller iPad mini or something. Also, it has these things. It's really hard because, like I said, the camera's in the very corner of the iPad. So it depends on whatever tablet you're using or your phone. But your phone will be pretty much right in the middle there. You can look right through it. I'm going to have to remove this just to show you how else you can look at things. And, oh, I hear my daughter's being brought back in. Okay, I heard ding from the Zoom. Okay, so on top here, obviously when this is here, you can't use it that well. So what I do is I'll move it out 1/4 to this square, and you can still use that lighting if you want to use it. But otherwise, you can go right in here and take pictures of things. Hopefully you can still hear me. And let's say from above or however, and then you can focus in You can zoom in on that, take your picture, adjust your lighting, all the same stuff, just from up here. I know, and then, you know, there's different holes. There's like four holes, 5 if you're not using this. And then there's a handle here kind of thing. I know with We Are Memory Keepers, they're selling what they call photo reels, which is basically paper that you would put behind, but it's not just paper. It's mounted probably on some kind of board that's a little bit thicker. Let me move this out of the way. So, so you can put it in the back and in the front. Right now I just have this white background because whenever I take pictures for the tonic projects I do, they like white backgrounds, so I have that there. But you can take this down just as easily, just boom, take it down. I usually just tuck it away like this, leave it on the floor, but you can take that down. I have this really pretty gray one, and again, We Are Memory Keepers kept basically the same thing, so they have this gray one. It is backed in black, so sometimes I'll hang it and I'll have the black side showing, and sometimes I'll hang it and leave the gray side showing. I know the girl was saying, I think from Where Are Memory Keepers, it was like a Michael's video, so I'm assuming that's what they carry. I don't know. Like I said, I'll look, but she said, oh, you can just kind of work in here. Like if you're making a video recording from the top, I would never just sit in here. I don't know what kind of work you're going to do in this little area, but there it is. And then mine also came with this one, which I hardly ever use. And as you can see, it's still rolled up. It's a green screen. Mine came with a green screen. And it does have a white background. Maybe this is the other white one I should be using. I don't know. It's a little sheeny. As you can see, it has like a shimmer. This one is more like canvas. It's almost beigey. They're about the same. It's just the backside of the material, and this white side too. That's like pleather. And I use that side a lot. So, you know, it came with a 3. I know there's different ones you can get. And then those other pieces. I haven't tried putting just like a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, but the paper you can tell because it's going to bend, and you can tell it's kind of bending, but you can stylize this however you like. So real easy. I always keep it set up, but it is made to collapse. That's why some people like this. So basically, ooh, let me see what my, okay, if you're going to collapse it, you like my palms out here, and you can see kind of weird angle here because I keep this on the desk, and then I come, you know, I do my projects, and then I come over here to this other part of my room to take the pictures. See how this is kind of bent in? Oh, it drives me nuts. I wish it was more straight. And I could probably do something to fix that, but when I open it up, you see that gap in the back, so that's probably just as well. Well, that's where they bend in. So normally, so what happens is these little sticks, oop, see how easily it moves? This little stick comes out from here, it comes out from the other side, you lay it back, there's a little clippy, and then the thing will collapse. This part, you're gonna bring it in, it's like a milk crate. You're gonna bring that part in, and then the whole thing collapses down. So it's really easy setup. It's really easy to put away. Mine came with a neoprene bag. It came with like a USB for some reason. Right now I'm plugging it with the regular power cord. What else did it come? It came with a bunch of stuff at the time. But again, at the time it was the Shopbox. I think the company was called Shopbox, and now it's We Are Memory Keepers. So like I said, I've had it for a long time. Obviously the lights are still doing very well. There's different ways to manipulate them. This thing, again, you can use that and put it however you like. I usually just keep this on because, like I said, I like all the lights. But, you know, you do have to practice a little bit. I think if you're just taking pictures for Instagram or things like that, this is great. Sometimes I come in here with my DSLR. I try to, but I have it kind of high up, so it's kind of a pain. So I have to get like a little stepping stool when I kind of look in from the top. But, you know, you just have to work at it. But other than that, it does have very great lighting. But like I said, my pictures recently have been coming out very dark, and I don't know. That's just me, I think. Like if I pop something else in here. Again, you know, it just depends on how you want to do it and how you take your pictures and what you think. But, so as you can see, I mean, it's really nice and crisp. It does have some really great lighting. So, anyway, I just decided to make this video. If you guys are curious, like I said, I've had mine for about 5 years, maybe even 6. I know I bought it when I lived in Poway. I lived there for about 3 years before we lived here, and here we're going on almost 3 years again. So, yeah, I probably had it about, I would say 5 or 6 years. But anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave them there. But again, I was just showing you kind of the ins and outs of this thing. And I do like the different backgrounds. That's fun. The one thing I will say about the backgrounds is that they're boring. And that's why they made those photo reel things. Because like this is all you have. It's white, it's gray, black. You know, you have your green screen, which would be fun, I guess. I don't know how to manipulate that kind of thing. But it's, you know, all LED lights. And then maybe I'll try to use some using like a piece of scrapbook paper. I wouldn't mind putting a piece of scrapbook paper down on the floor if I'm taking a picture from above, you know, on the bottom here. But when you lay it up there, you're going to tell that it's going to bend, just like this is bending. You know, it's just going to bend. It's very hard to keep it flat and straight. So maybe that's why, you know, people are picking out those photo reels. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope that gave you a little insight into what this is kind of like, and you know, the longevity of the thing. Like I said, really easy. I just always turn it off and then I come back and boom, do what I'm going to do. You know, before I totally leave, I forgot I mentioned I was going to show you the iPad. So this is like a regular size big guy iPad. And I guess if you want to use the front camera, that's fine. It will fit in there, but you're not using your touchpads. You're going to have to use it differently, right, to take your pictures, which is kind of a pain. But on the back of this is Miranda's, and so it's pink and fun. We have this thing, so it's on the very corner, you know, so I tighten this up just because we're going to bring this in. But hopefully you see that this is pretty straight. And once you put this thing in here, and it has to be, it kind of angles it out. So it'll hold it. It's just kind of scary, okay? But again, you know, that's going to mess with your picture. So sometimes what I do is I hold it to keep it level. And it's already wanting to close up on me. I don't know if you noticed, it's pushing in. So it is pretty heavy. So anyway, just another consideration. Use a smaller one or phone or however. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.